Now for our feature story of the day, family. Hellish U.S. debt scenario let me rephrase that. Now for our breaking story of the day. Hellish U.S. debt scenario can propel Bitcoin to $1 million per coin. So let's break this prediction down, especially with a Trump pump family. We have this guy named Sebastian Serrano, CEO of the Argentina-based crypto exchange Ripio. He predicts that Bitcoin will reach $1 million by 2030. JV says we can hit $1 million by 2028, driven by the rise of the U.S. public debt and the devaluation of the all not so mighty U.S. dollar. How do you like that? Sebastian Serrano, CEO of Ripio, one of the largest Argentine crypto exchanges, predicts Bitcoin to reach $1 million by 2030. Let me know if you agree or disagree. And while this prediction entails a price increase of over 1,300% in the next 6 years, Serrano believes a particular scenario might create the conditions for this possible future to unfold. Ripio CEO predicts the U.S. will keep increasing its public debt, whether Miss H or Trump wins the upcoming elections. Yes, I don't say her name no more because when I mentioned her name yesterday, you know what happened. My stream immediately froze and kicked me off of all my streaming you can't make the ish up, so I won't say her name no more. Or Trump wins the upcoming elections as the victor will be forced to maintain the current level of spending. Nonetheless, he also acknowledges that the Bitcoin price will face a correction if Miss H clenches the victory, at least in 2024, quoting him here. In the long term, the fiscal state has no other option but to devalue the currency. Facts. The U.S. debt is already $35 trillion and growing. This debt increase will also increase the value of the financial assets across the board, bringing a devaluation of the dollar, as the U.S. government will have no choice but to resort to money printing to fulfill its commitments. And that's a fact. Regardless of who's in office, the money printer continue to go burr. This debt skyrocketing scenario will cause the global investors to seek refuge in safe haven assets, including gold and Bitcoin, depending upon their preferences. The elderly will run to gold, and the new generations will buy the Bitcoin. Well, yeah, maybe if you're older than Peter Schiff, maybe you run to gold, but still silly because Peter Schiff is the Schiffmeister for a reason. Now, Serrano's opinions line up with what many investors are expecting. In September, Bitwise CIO Matt Hoogan also reinforced the role of Bitcoin as a hedge against public debt, stating it represented the ultimate insurance policy against our government royally messing up the U.S. dollar. Also, we have rich dad Robert Kiyosaki referring to Bitcoin similarly, inviting investors to exit the United States dollar and invest in the precious metals or the one and only OG, BTC. So there you have it, yo. Here's my personal thoughts. 1 million can happen when you least expect it. Can it happen this cycle? It's a possibility, but I think it's most probable next cycle. I think 2028, next year of the halving, that's as soon as we may see $1 million price target. For this particular cycle, I've said it before, I'll say it again. The Bitcoin is your friend. I see my bottom target, which I think will be next year. We hit the cycle peak, 220,000 bear scenario. JV's bull scenario, 750,000 for this cycle, which I also think will most likely come into play next year. So somewhere between 222 and 750. The median is roughly at the $500,000 mark, right in alignment with Plan B's stock to flow model, which suggests Bitcoin above 500,000 per coin post 2024 halving, which is currently where we're at, and especially being we're in Q4, especially with sovereign wealth fund adoption, pension fund adoption, nation state adoption, ETFs, institutional FOMO like a mofo. You already know. Another thing I want to tell the people from the words of wisdom, being in the game for 4 years, when the Bitcoin hits the target, because we all have different takes, 5% on the side. Exactly. Gold to 4,000, Bitcoin 125. Yeah, Max Kaiser said for every dollar gold moves up, Bitcoin will 20x it. So you want 20x or 1x? You know what I mean? Rumble soon. 245 bear scenario, 770,000 bull. Let's motherfucking go. Have a plan ahead of the time. What are you doing with the profits? As soon as it should pull the 5% of the plan, you start to buy the alts. Bitcoin, 500,000 to 750 cycle peak 2025. Send it. The Oracle has spoken.